A traffic violation is simply a traffic ticket. So most people who've been driving for any length of time have gotten a ticket. And it's a civil infraction that you get in a motor vehicle. Most commonly, people get traffic tickets for speeding, failing to stop for a stop sign, traveling in the wrong lane, failing to yield. Things like that are all traffic violations. Most people hire us for either speeding violations or failure to stop for stop signs, anything involving any type of public safety that's going to cause their insurance to rise. Many times when they're hiring us, they're actually spending more on the defense than they would have to spend on the traffic ticket, but that doesn't take into account things like insurance and points on their license and potential loss of license from even a civil traffic violation. That's why they want to hire an attorney to help them defend the case. Any traffic violation, the most likely punishment is going to be a fine. It's generally speaking money, but it's not just money. It's going to be points on your insurance. It's going to be your insurance rising. It's going to be a ding on your driving record. And if you have enough traffic violations strung together, you could lose your license for a period of time. These are all potential penalties of a traffic violation. So it's not always just simply a fine. Many times it's something else. At a hearing for a traffic violation, the judge or clerk who's hearing the violation, generally speaking, has a lot of discretion. They could take pity on you and give you a break, give you the benefit of the doubt. They could find that you actually didn't commit the traffic violation. But what they can often do is, even in circumstances where they find you committed the traffic violation, is to reduce the fine. So maybe the police officer cited you for a $300 speeding ticket. They can reduce that to the minimum fine, which is typically about $100. We've spent a lot of time and years in the district courts dealing with traffic violations. We have a great reputation for presenting the facts in a way that we can talk about the person sometimes as opposed to the violation, to help the clerk, magistrate, or judge who's hearing the case to understand and maybe give that person the benefit of the doubt. We've had a lot of success in that particular strategy, as well as some of the more technical defenses that go along with it. Oftentimes, with a reasonable argument about how the person made a simple mistake, they're oftentimes given the benefit of the doubt and a second chance by the courts. Client communication is key. It's one of the most important aspects of our job. We try and return phone calls, emails, or texts within the same day, hopefully within the same hour. If I'm not available, I have a staff that works with us who's able to jump right on the communication to at least let the client know that we're looking at it and have not forgotten about them. I think what makes our law firm different from other firms is my background. I come from a blue-collar background dealing with everyday, normal people. I like to help those types of people get through these issues that maybe they have dealt with before. Most of our clients haven't worked with a lawyer before, and I want to make their experience very comfortable. Our firm is a smaller firm, and the advantage of having a small firm working on your case is that you're always going to get to know your lawyer on a very personal basis. You're never going to be handed off to staff or a lawyer you don't know. We get to know our clients and almost like they're our friends and get very close to them so that they understand that they always know who's working on their case, and they have a direct line of communication to the person who's working directly on their case. Most of the time I am handling the cases personally. If I was the lawyer you were introduced with during the initial intake, I do have associates who do work on cases, but if I'm the one who's told you I'm going to be working on your case and I did the intake with you, I will stick with the case throughout it. During your consultation for a traffic violation, we're going to want you to bring in the ticket to make sure that you filled it out correctly, because even though you got the ticket, you're not automatically entitled to a hearing. That is something you have to ask for. So the first thing we do is we go through the ticket with you and we make sure you fill it out properly. If you haven't already submitted it to the Registry of Motor Vehicles to seek a hearing, we're going to assist you in doing that to make sure there's a record of that. That's number one. The second thing we'll do is we're going to go through the series of events that led you to get that traffic violation. Were you speeding? Was everything else around you speeding? How's your driving record? These are all things we're going to want to know so we can present a good argument to the court for that traffic violation.